Seraphim reaches the hidden realm, and Hades explains that Seraphim will face 3 challenges, for the new ruler of the gods must be wise, brave, and entangler of mysteries. In the first challenge, Gorgo appears and tells him that she misses him. He then realizes that it's not really her. An entity reveals that she can go back in time and allow him to change one moment in his life. He can either go back and run away with Gorgo, or spare her from crossing paths with a tree bender, and spare her from the pain and horror she endured. While Hades can erase her memory, the entity can make Gorgo happy without him. The second offer is to go back further, see when his uncle gets struck down by a bolt of lightning, and Seraphim would be the king of gods. Seraphim declines, as he knows that this is part of the challenge. Then a dragon attacks him, and he manages to slay it. Heron, Alexia, and Kofi reach the entrance of the hidden realm, guarded by the Curetes, who were chosen by Gaia. Heron introduces himself to them, saying he is the son of Zeus, the one who inherited his power, and shows them his ring. Heron asks them if anyone has entered, but they claim no one has. He then spots footprints on the ground and realizes that they belong to Seraphim. Heron places his ring on the door, and the hidden realm opens for him. Seraphim's second challenge, in order to enter the labyrinth, is to open a box and face his worst fear. He laughs, saying he has no fear, as the fates have stripped him of everything that he loves. He opens the box and finds it empty. The labyrinth opens for him, and the entity warns him that there is still one thing he fears, failing those he loves. Then he is trapped. Hades lets Seraphim know that Heron just entered the hidden realm. Ares and the others are on their way too. The gods realize that Demeter is the one who unleashed the spores, which are designed to affect those conceived out of wedlock, and she made it look like it was Hera. Heron opens the box and faces his worst fear. He sees when Seraphim stormed his village. If he hadn't succumbed to his anger and thrown away the sword, his mother would still be alive, and there wouldn't have been a war in Olympus. Heron asks the entity to let him in. Gaia tells Heron that if he wishes to pass the final trial, he must do as she asks. She reveals that she loved his father, and talks to Heron about forgiveness, as it can wash away the wrong without more destruction, so it's the only thing that can bring them all together. She asks him to forgive himself, as he's always thought he failed his mother and father, because he couldn't forgive Seraphim, but in truth, he couldn't forgive himself. If he can do that, he'll become the one that was prophesied and save them all. Or maybe it will be his brother Seraphim, but one of them will be the one. Heron asks Seraphim why he is helping Hades. Seraphim explains that Hades promised to bring peace to Gorgo, who is suffering. Seraphim attacks the bird holding the stone, prompting it to fly away. Heron saves the bird when Seraphim tries to kill it. The gods show up to fight Hades. Hera turns up and orders them to stand down, as war will not determine who is right. Hades refuses to listen to her, as he believes that only with blood can what's been done be undone. He then proceeds to attack. Seraphim is about to grab the stone when Heron stops him. Demeter grabs the stone, but Poseidon summons a huge wave and stops her too. Seraphim saves Heron from an attack and lets him grab the stone. Heron touches it and gains a massive power that he uses to subdue the gods. Seraphim orders Heron to kill Hera for their mother. Heron chooses forgiveness and decides to wipe the slate clean for all those who have wronged him. He asks Hades to do as he promised for Seraphim. Heron urges the gods to return to Olympus, Hades to the underworld, and Poseidon to the sea. Hades realizes that he cannot be with the one he loves, so he says, "Forgive me," then stabs Heron in the chest and takes the stone. Gaia shows up and tells all the gods that they don't deserve it. She mentions Zeus and his disloyalty, Hera, who unleashed death and destruction on her own home, Hades, who cheats and backstabs a noble hero. She speaks the name no one speaks, Typhon, the greatest titan of them all. The stone breaks, freeing the titans. Gaia tells the gods that the time has come for the titans to return.